I think it's time we address the elephant in Chase's credit card room. And no, it's not the terrible job they're doing at keeping their ultimate rewards a relevant points currency outside of Hyatt. No, I've already, did my spiel on that. No, we're way beyond that. What we're talking about is the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. That's right, the number 2 to the number 1 of Chase's credit card lineup. The Robin to the Sapphire Reserve's Batman. Except it's not really cutting it anymore. It's just not. And they need to do something with this card. If they just need to do something with this damn card, man. Seriously. Let's talk about it. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Mike's Travels and Cents, where I go over points and travel strategies, and more importantly, how not to go broke while enjoying it all. If that sounds good to you, consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss future content like this. And if you found some value in this video, drop me a like to let me know. But with all that out of the way, let's get into the video. So, as you caught from the intro of this video, the topic at hand is what Chase needs to do with the Sapphire Preferred card. And you'll hear a lot about this card, namely because a lot of people will promote it. And hey, I understand, I'm not knocking anybody's hustle, but a lot of people will promote it because it's one of the cards that offers a referral bonus. I get it. It's not a terrible card, but it's definitely not the card that deserves as much promotion as it actually gets. And I think that's pretty obvious. So first off, the bonus for this card is only draw, to be honest. You get 60,000 ultimate reward points. Okay, I got it. And if you watched the video that I did on the 2 cards that me and my wife were looking to get at the time, which was the United Club Infinite card and the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, which I'll leave a card for that video. I think it's actually this side, but I'll leave a card for that video floating up there. But the only reason I pushed my wife to get the Sapphire Preferred card was because 1, the bonus was pretty easy to hit, and 2, she actually got a milled in elevated bonus of 80,000 ultimate reward points instead of the usual 60,000 points. If it wasn't for that, I would have just, as I stated earlier, we're active duty military, so we don't really have to worry about annual fees. So it would have been nothing for us to just get the Sapphire Reserve, get a $300 travel credit, and not have to worry about offsetting that annual fee, and then also have the bonus from the ultimate reward. So yeah, the only reason I pushed her to get that card is because of the elevated bonus. And really, I'm not too impressed with the multiplier categories on the Sapphire Preferred. I mean, it's essentially a watered down version of the same bonus categories on the Sapphire Reserve, which the Sapphire Reserve already has a frustratingly low multiplier with those 3x categories. I mean, come on now. So now you're dealing with a 2x multiplier on this card in travel and dining. Got it. That's it. I just feel like it's a really big waste. Like, there is no point in getting the Sapphire Reserve and the Sapphire Preferred. Whereas you look at American Express, and there's definitely a point in getting the Platinum card and the Gold card. You see where I'm going with that? Like, they're just kind of throwing this card out there for people that want to get into points and miles, but they're not making it complementary to any other system at all. It just blows my mind. So what do they need to do? They need to save this card, that or just can it, because I think once people really start, it's just one of those like natural progressions things, man. Like, once you really start looking at cards and trying to like break them down, I don't really see anybody wanting this card long term versus getting the Sapphire Reserve or just getting the Hyatt card, since ultimate rewards are really just like pseudo Hyatt points. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, so they need to do something with this card, and I think the obvious one is definitely changing those bonus categories. I mean, come on now, you don't need to have them the same as the Sapphire Reserve. Make them complementary instead of competitive. Yeah, instead of making them competitive, because that's essentially what they are. When you put the same bonus categories on them, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Another thing they can do is maybe add some type of credits onto this card. I mean, throw a bone. I mean, increase the annual fee. The gold card is kind of set the template for a lot of what Chase can do, because as I stated in my other my gold card video, the gold card really doesn't compete against the Sapphire Preferred. It's not like a tier 2 like direct head-to-head. I'd say the gold card actually competes with the Sapphire Reserve. So they need to elevate these cards, man, because once you get serious, and especially once you get over 524, there's like no reason to really play with Chase's system anymore. I mean, you can just get your Hyatt card, and yeah, they just need to save this program as a whole. But I'll keep it strictly on the Sapphire Preferred. They need to add like some type of credit to this card, whether it be some type of dining credit, whether it be some type of travel credit. They just need to add something to it, because essentially making it the Sapphire Reserve Lite just means you get this card for the bonus and then you're instantly looking at upgrading or moving on to another card, and thereby not really putting any spend on this card, which I don't think is what Chase wants when they get people to open up these cards. But that's all I have for this video. I didn't want to make this like super long. Just kind of wanted to go over something that I've been seeing a lot. I know the Sapphire Preferred is promoted very heavily, and like I said, not to knock anybody's hustle, because I know everybody's got to eat out here, and that referral bonus is pretty enticing. And you know, it does have the second largest bonus, which realistically is probably the largest bonus, because unless you're gonna go for that, what is it, like 20,000 or so, is a crazy amount for the Ink Business Preferred card. You get like 100,000 points, but they want you to spend a gobs amount of money. So I think for most people, the Sapphire Preferred is the biggest Ultimate Rewards points bonus that's within their grasp. So I get it, I really do, but they really need to do something with this card, because it's basura. That's gonna be in my videos. I just like saying stuff is trash. It's basura right now. And I know somebody is Spanish speaking is gonna like watch this and be like, he's butchering basura, but please just let me have this one. But anyway, so they really do need to update this card, and I just want to see Chase competitive with American Express. If you haven't gotten that sentiment through my other videos, because I think competition just really works well for everybody. And when one side, which is American Express, is really just crushing it, it's just not fun, really. But what are you guys' thoughts? I want to hear those or see those in the comment section below. I'll definitely respond. And really, I can't stress this enough, guys. First off, I want to just shout out my subscribers. I think I'm at like 44 right now. I really just appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel. You don't know how much that means to me as a growing YouTuber to have 44 subscribers. It means a lot that there are 44 people out there that want to like keep up to date on my content, so I really do appreciate that. Yeah, so just leave those comments below, like the video if you found some value, and remember, the only thing more valuable than your points is your money, and the only thing more valuable than your money is your time. But until next time, peace.